Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this feathering. I have one at the top and I have 8 going across. Now, what I wanted to explain to you before we ran out of room on the tape, when you do these, one is laying over the other, okay? So we have it layering this way down to the bottom and also layering down this way. So what you want to do is just take your knife. You can use a V-tool, but I think the knife would work better. Just do a nice deep cut and round it there a little bit at the end. And right there, right where you have that little band, you're going to make it a little bit deeper. And you're going to cut right into that. And you're going to cut that out. Now we're going to put the feathering on there, of course. We're going to use our little V-tools for that. You can wood burn it if you want, but I want it a little bit more rustic looking. But either way is fine. You can use a wood burner if you want. But you do each feather the same way, okay? Do this side first. And then what you want to do on the top, this takes a little bit of time to do this and a little bit of practice. I've done a lot of these in the past. So what you want to do here at the very top, where it goes underneath, you just want to make a little notch so it looks like it's a feather going underneath there. So where that starts, see if I can show that up pretty close. See right where that starts, you just put a little notch in there so it looks like the feathering goes underneath. See, like it's a little bit rounded. It's just not straight off. You see that little notch? When I put my knife up against it, you see that little notch out? That's what you want. Okay? And you want to do that all the way down. Let's do another one here. Because I have it nice and close up to show you. At the base, you're going to do a little bit deeper. And you're going to follow that out. Okay, if it doesn't come free, go back and do another stop step. And then on the top, you're going to go put a little notch in. Okay? So that's it. And for the last one, it's a little bit odd because this is kind of straight up and down. But that won't really matter. What we'll do is just cut that out. And we're just going to notch that like it's a little bit underneath that. Alright, we're going to clean this up a little bit in the back. I also have his hair, so you want to do both sides that way. I'm going to finish this side offline just to save time. And then what we're going to do here, we'll start on the feet here in a little bit. What we're going to do over here on the back side, we're going to take, I have it marked going all the way down, and we're going to just take our little V-tool and we're going to go all the way up through the center and go all the way down to the back here, just like so. And then we're just going to make hairlines that way. And you can just kind of do your hairline however you want to be careful that you don't stick your knife into, or your V-tool into your feathering. Be very careful. Take your time doing this. Whoops, let me push this down a little bit. I'm going against the grain here and there, so that's where you're seeing a little bit white. Usually when it's white like that, you'd see little white patches. It's time to sharpen up your knife, your gouge. But this is just because I'm going against the grain. Okay? And then we'll do the other side, and that will be his hairline in the back. Okay? Let's do this way. Same thing. We're going to try to do it in the same angle as we did the other. And we're going to do the hairline going all the way across up to that. And we're going to do both sides. Alright? So it's parted in the middle and going out to either side. And I'll finish this up out online. Let's get the feet cut out. I was debating if I really wanted him to hold a tomahawk or not. I think that would look nice, so we're going to try that. This arm's going to be hidden behind it. Of course, this is how we normally do it, right? So there's not, his head's a lot bigger than the other ones I've done, so I had more room. But since their face is longer, I thought it might be best to do it a bit longer than what we normally do. So I'm going to follow this out with my tip of the knife here, and we're going to, there's so many things you could add to this if you really wanted to. We're going to do some of the feathering here in a little bit, but I want to get caught up with you first with the feet and the feathering being lined out first, and then we're going to go back and I'll show you how to do the feathering. I did a lot of ducks and birds in the past. I was going to take some pictures of that to show you exactly what I used to do. I think I have a video from a long time ago about that, but not recently. I haven't done. I enjoy doing this type of carving much more. The birds and ducks are fun to do in a way, but they are very time consuming when you do the feathering and such. And some people really love that. They find it relaxing. I didn't find it quite relaxing. I just felt it was a lot of work. But I did a lot of them. I did you know, eagles. I've done cardinals, chickadees, mallard ducks, and I have them all at my home. And I'll bring them over someday and take some photos of them and show you what they look like. Alright, so that's his one little shoe there, a moccasin. And again, you want to make sure you take off all the rough stuff. Okay, and there's his one arm. And we're going to do his eyes yet too, yeah. So we'll do that on the next video coming up. I'm going to spray it a little bit to make it a little bit easier. What I'll do offline, I'll finish up doing this and his hair, and then I'll come back and show you how to do the eyes, and then we'll start on the front here. Okay, we'll be right back.